Hi, this is Ed Wright from Wright Mowers. Today we're releasing our all new WRIGHTVAC system for the ZXT. This bagging system is heavier duty. We have a design approach which is really about making things last a long time, make them serviceable, making things in a way where you can run it for 10 or 20 years if it's maintained properly. We also design for minimum maintenance. So today we're going to walk around the bagging system, show you how some of it works, and at the end of the video we're going to take it out and mow with it. Not great conditions today, it's late winter, but we're going to find some dry field grass that we have and show you a little bit about how it works, how it picks up. So we're going to start here with the blower assembly. The deck cover comes off pretty easily. Like most of our products, we put service labels that give you the more common service parts. This bagging system has a huge pulley. Most bagging systems have a pulley that might be closer to 3 or 4 inches, and here we have a ginormous pulley. This is the same double pulley we use on the center of the deck. We like to use double pulleys, 2 belts on our decks, because it means that we don't have any tight side, backside idler pulleys, and that's true for the bagging system as well. A lot of bagging systems, the belt gets all twisted and contorted up into where the blower is. With this design, it's a straight shot right into the blower assembly. We have a cotter pin back here. When you pull this out, it allows us to tilt the blower up. It's just easily remove the belt. Not complicated at all. And then the mount on the deck is the same as our grass gobblers. Comes off like that. This blower assembly is a little bit more than 50 pounds. It's pretty solid, but not too heavy. And you can see here, the belt is easy to put on, maintain when you take the blower assembly on and off. The fan itself is 14 by 2.25, and with the 40 horsepower engine, we're putting a little bit more power into it. One thing that I've always felt with bagging systems is that most bagging systems can't keep up with the deck. The deck can produce more grass than the bagger can take, and that's something that from an engineering standpoint just never really made sense to me. And with this machine, with the 40 horsepower, we had the opportunity to change that. And so one of my goals for this blower was that we should be able to mow full speed, 13 miles an hour, in moderate heavy conditions, and the blower should be able to take the grass the deck's giving it. And this machine will do that. Now, if you take it in field grass or out in the pouring rain, you can eventually plug it up. But my point here is that we're moving a lot of grass with this blower compared to what the deck can put into it, even with a larger deck. Like this here is a 72-inch. So it's got a big fan on it, steel pulley, straight shot belt, B-section belt. The housing down here, a lot of these housings are plastic. This housing is steel with a wear strip on it. So whether it's sand erosion, hitting stuff, dragging on curbs, the approach angle is higher here. So overall, you're going to get a lot more life out of this housing than a lot of other type systems. Now on the deck here, we include in the kit this baffle here. This one's for the 72. There's another baffle for the 61 and 52-inch decks. But what this does is it reduces the amount of grass that recirculates in the chamber here, and it also forces more of the grass towards the front of the blower, passing it where the high velocity portion is. And that's part of the clog resistance that this blower has. That's part of the feature set there. Now, the other thing I'll just point out here, this little tab here, it has 3 positions, so depending on what size deck, there's a different setting for the belt tension here. And then looking inside there, you can see the fan. It's a 5-bladed fan that's in line with the flow of grass, so the grass is, the momentum is preserved as it's flowing up through there. Now, before we move on to, we'll go straight up here and I'll show you here. So a lot of tubes are either molded plastic held on with these rubber clamps. Those rubber clamps can be pretty expensive to replace. It'd be like 50 bucks for a simple part. Or the molded tube could get damaged, they're hard to store, and it's a custom part. Here, we're using just a standard piece of tubing that's clear. Because it's clear, you can see what's going on in there, right? If the system is slowing down, you can identify, hey, did it jam up down in the housing or did it jam up in here by looking at the tube. When you have a molded tube, you can't see that. Now, the other thing we wanted to do is make the system easy to come on and off. If you're putting the system in a narrow trailer, you're going to want to take the housing off. So you want the tube to come off easy. You want the belt to come off easy. Now, the blower is about 12 inches wider than the deck. So in a 61-inch deck, it'll fit in a standard trailer, no problem. But if you need to get it in somewhere tight, we want all this to come off easy. So what we did with this tube, this clear spiral tube, is we have a clamp that matches the ribs of the tube. And this holds on real tight. And if your hands are cold or you're wearing gloves, it's super easy to disconnect. There's no loose parts, nothing to get lost here, and nothing expensive. All right, now let's look at the housing back here. So a lot of the systems require latches or loop, different that require an additional function in order to open and close it. We wanted something that was just more like a trunk on a car. Open it up, it has springs so it floats real easily, and you can just slam it shut. Right, so that's super easy to work with, super intuitive, either hand, nothing to go wrong. Now the bags, it's a 3-bag system here, and nominally this is about 12 bushels. The housing here is a little bit taller, so if you want to push your limits, you could probably get another bushel or 2 in there. And there's a little edge here that seals the bag in and holds the bag back when you close the lid. Now the deflector here has been designed to reduce clogging and also to get the grass more in the left bag. Now, depending if the grass is wet or dry, it distributes a little bit differently, but in general, we want to fill from this side first going over there. It maximizes the amount that we can get in the bagger. And then up inside here, there's a perforated steel surface. This perforated steel tends to not hold grass. It slides off of it, so that's our ventilation that stays pretty clean. Now, I want to show you how the system comes on and off. It's probably better done as a 2-man job, a 2-man lift, but it can be done with one person. There's 2 cotter pins that mount it to the frame that's on the tractor. And if I just lift this up, I can pull out the cotter pin, and I can just lower it down. Now you can see that this receiver here, it's got a wide opening on it, so it's pretty easy to just line that up, pick up the system. There it is. And there's a pin on this side as well. Now the bagging system is offset to the right-hand side because the blower is on that side, and we also want clearance over here, so when you go on a corner or by a fence, you don't want it hitting anything. We also made this stuff really heavy duty here. This stuff shouldn't get bent or damaged very easily. And like I said before, one of our approaches is to make stuff so it's very serviceable. All the parts that this thing's made up are easily replaceable. Now coming around to the deck, here we have a 72-inch deck, which doesn't have the weight plate over here because it's a heavier deck, but on the 61 and 72, you can put a weight that comes in the kit underneath the footstep there. And what that does is if you're mowing on a little bit of a slope or it's real bumpy, it offsets the weight of the blower over there. It's not always required, but it's in the kit if you want to run it. Now in the front here, we have a weight. This is just under about 100 pounds, and it includes a hitch receiver, which is good for all kinds of things. Your imagination is the limit here. You've got a hook point to tie stuff to it in the receiver. There's several plates here, so you can adjust how much weight you want to use, but part of what we were trying to do with this is instead of having the large suitcase weights that take up length of the mower or big weights over the casters, we wanted to pull that in and get it out of the way so it's not in the way visually and it's not in the way when you're packing mowers together in a trailer. So overall, that's the bagging system. It's all the parts. It's sold as 2 pieces, 2 part numbers. So one part number is the main everything. It's the blower, the back assembly, and then there's a supplement kit that's specific to the deck size that includes the pulley, the belt, and the deck cover if it's a 52, 61, or 72-inch deck. So that's the bagger overall. The price, I'm not going to give you a price here because it changes over the years, and I don't want to get misquoted a couple years down the road from today. But I'll tell you, we're about where most commercial baggers are, but you're getting better value. You're getting better airflow, you're getting something that's more serviceable. And the other thing that we do that's unique is when you buy an accessory like this with a machine, the accessory falls under the warranty of the machine instead of typically a shorter warranty that stands alone. So if you buy this bagging system with the ZXT today, it's a 2-year unlimited hour commercial warranty with 1-year bumper-to-bumper coverage on everything, including wear parts. Now, if you buy the mower in the spring and the bagger in the fall, then the bagger still falls within that period that the mower is under. It matches the mower's warranty, and that's how we handle most of our accessories, which is pretty good value. All right, with that being said, if you got any questions, put them in the comments. We'll be glad to answer and keep an eye on that. And let's go out and do a little bit of mowing.